stick around. They raised the American League Championship banner. Ex-mayor Rudolph Giuliani, Yogi Berra, Phil Rizzuto. There's the new mayor, Michael Bloomberg, first pitch. And here's David Cohn hanging out in the bleachers, signing autographs. He's not playing. Andy Pettit is. He sits down. Steve Cox. Pettit, a nice day. 6 innings pitched, couple of hits, no runs, 6 Ks, no walks. Bottom 1. Jason Giambi up with 2 men on, and he's going to bring home Alfonso Soriano, but that's a double play. Folks starting to get a little restless. Bottom 4, 4-0 Yanks, 2 on, 2 out, and Giambi strikes out swinging, and he hears about it from the fans, which is just a joke. I mean, it's early April. Calm down.
When are you going to Yankee Stadium?
I'm telling him, wait. But here we got some fun. Now we've got chaos. The girl comes out, gives Derek Jeter a note. Can I be your girlfriend? But she's got no shoes. You're going to blow a crew. Look out, sweetheart. She goes down, but then she's elusive. She's a scat back. She gets into the crowd. Jeter, what can he do except kind of giggle? Yeah, what am I? Hey, I'm handsome. I'm rich. I'm a Yankee. Everybody's giving her high fives. And then Giambi comes up in the 8th, gets a standing O, and then this.
To being a baseball fan, we've seen it here today. Fly ball. We're going to right center field. Wynn makes the catch. Well, we cheered for you once. Now it's back to the booze.
Giambi 0 for 5 with a couple of Ks. I'm just defending the man. I'm trying to tell you he's going to come around. Battle of the highest payroll against the lowest payroll goes to the deep pockets. D-Rays manager Hal McRae said, "We never thought we were going to win them all." 3 Yankees pitchers held Tampa Bay to 3 hits. Rondell White in his Yankee Stadium debut had that many on his own. As for the other newcomer, Giambi is remarkably understanding about the reception.
There was a little quote that I'd heard that, you know, the reason why they boo is because they want to cheer. So I'll definitely, you know, keep trying to do that. And like I said, just keep working hard and get those into cheers. But it's okay. Like I said, you know, I was getting on myself just as much as they were, you know. But like I said, I'm going to keep working hard and work through it. I'll be fine. I started off a little bit slow, but I'm not going to panic about it. You know, I'm standing here because of things I've done in the past. So I know that game is there. It's just a little bit of time of working on it and getting it going again.
Blue Jays looking to get to 3-0, hosting Minnesota. Top 2, Jack Jones against Brandon Lyons. Single to right, Tom Prince going to hold at second, but he sees Raul Mondesi boot it. So Prince heading for third, and he's in there. Jones for second. Felipe Lopez can't handle Eric Hinsky's throw. Prince scores after he reached on a Hinsky throwing error. Twins up 4-1 on 3 Toronto errors. Eddie Guardado trying to hold the 4-2 lead in the 9th. Dave Berg greets him with a pinch hit home run. His first. It's 4-3 Twins. And it's getting interesting, Eddie. Next up, Raul Mondesi loses him on the 3-2. Next up is Carlos Delgado, who homered earlier. And, the pitcher's best friend, the 4-6-3. And there's 2 outs. Next batter, Jose Cruz Jr. To left, and Jones hauls it in, and Guardado escapes. Twins win 4-3. Rick Reed combines with 3 relievers on a 4-hitter. Reed was 3-0 against Toronto last season. Every day, Eddie already with a 3rd save. Jay skipper Buck Martinez will be a guest conductor at the Toronto Symphony Orchestra Saturday night. He will conduct Rossini's William Tell.
National champion Terps on hand to throw out the first pitch, and maybe they should have left him on the mound to face Johnny Damon, because he takes Josh Towers out. That's the 11th time Damon has done this. And then Nomar, how far does he hit it, Steve?
Wicked fire!
Yes, he does.
Para.
There you go, his first of the year. Red Sox up 2-0 just like that. Now Derek Lowe, he's a closer. He's used to protecting leads. Now he's a starter, and he was on it. Bottom 3, Mike Bordick, and Nomar ranges far, and that's a great play because Tony Clark has to slap the tag on him. No-hitter through 3. Bottom 4, more defensive help. Chris Singleton looking to spoil the no-hit bid. Ray Sanchez has other ideas. Well done. No-hitter through 4. Bottom 6 after walking a couple. Low facing Jerry Hairston. Hairston to Shea Hildebrand, and that's 5, that's 4, that's 3, that's 2 outs, and that's the end of the inning. No-hitter through 7, and he's in the 7th. Trainers come out. He's got a blister. It's causing him some problems, but he stays in there. Jeff Conine flies out after the inning. Low and no uncertain terms tells Grady Little, I am finishing the game. Now let's flash back. Second game for the Sox last year in Camden Yards. Hideo Nomo, a no-no. 8th inning. Low facing Tony Batista. Batista, don't you hate the dribblers that mess it up? To Shea Hildebrand, and Hildebrand going to make a bare hand play. The no-hitter is over. Now take another look. It looks like the ball might have been heading foul. Hildebrand said afterwards, no second thoughts. I'd rather make the play and try to get the out, but when it hits this dirt right here, oof, dicey, but Lowe congratulated afterwards. Only 1 hit. and the Sox win it. And after scoring 10 runs in its first game, Baltimore has now scored exactly 1 run in its last 3 games. Derek Lowe only his 23rd start, making a compelling case to stay in the rotation. He's had never thrown a complete game, still hasn't, but this is the longest outing of his career, and he gets his...
It's fine with me. Kung Pao computers, not necessary. We're sitting front row center for the Phillies and the Fish. Swinging a drive, Bobby Abreu. Huge game for Abreu. A .360 career average against the Marlins. 15 homers, 43 RBIs.
And here's Brandon Duckworth, one of the better young pitchers in baseball. He can throw 4 pitches for strikes, but he doesn't throw anything better than he throws this breaking ball right here. He has a repeatable delivery. He's a guy that really is going to play a big role if they're going to make it to the playoffs this year.
It's 6-1, and you hit Cliff Floyd like that. He's upset and then says, well, my best route is to first.
Floyd got hit twice in this game, and he's not too happy about it.
Kevin Olson, Marlon Anderson. Here we go. Yep. That's a Marlin.
You know, you can usually tell, Carl, when you're watching when a guy's throwing, watch where the catcher sits up. A lot of times, like, he didn't give any target there. He just sat right in the middle of the plate. That kind of tips you off what was going on.
Marlin hit a Marlin.
Exactly.
Nice, Tim.
Wait a minute. I actually muttered that. Nobody heard it. And then Tim gets the credit. Jose Mesa gets Floyd to pop out to Mike Lieberthal. I can shut it down for the rest of the show. Phillies win it by a final score of 6-2. Phillies finished 2 games behind Atlanta last year. They were 14-5 against the Fish, including 9.
In Atlanta, Pedro Astacio making his Met debut. Bottom 4 rings up Rafael Furcal. Astacio allowed 3 runs on 7 hits in 6 2/3, struck out 7. Top 5, Chris Hammond facing Jeremy Burnitz. 3-run shot, his second of the year. It's 8-3 New York. Burnitz 2 for 3, drove in 4. Top 5, Ray. Ordonez to 3rd. Vinny Castilla, the new guy. Backhands, long throw. Braves trying to get back in it. Bottom 7, they load him up. 2 outs for Gary Sheffield, and this is the situation that you want Sheffield in. This is why they made the move. Facing David Weathers, and Weathers gets him. Sheffield homered in Atlanta's first 3 games, 0 for 3 on Friday. Top 9, this is Mike Piazza, and that's a home run. Solo shot is first, and there it goes. Mr. Piazza, your thoughts? Thank you. Mets win 9-3. Mets 4 through 6 hitters, a combined 7 for 11. Piazza scores 4 runs in a game for only the 2nd time in his career. Albie Lopez, brutal in his Brave debut, allowed 5 runs, 3 earned, and only 4. Astacio had been 2-13 career against the Braves, but he gets his first win over Atlanta since September of '97. Mets made a deal with Montreal Friday. They picked up reliever Scott Strickland for Bruce Chen and 2 minor leaguers. Bobby Valentine happy to add some experience to his bullpen with Strickland, saying, quote, "I needed someone who could pitch a little later in the game." Chen figures to get the chance to start in Montreal. In the meantime, the Braves are down a pitcher. They put Greg Maddux on the 15-day DL, an inflamed nerve in his lower back, forcing Maddux to the DL for the first time in his career after he was scratched from the start on opening day. Damian Moss will take Maddox's start against the Mets on Sunday. NL Central contenders, Cardinals and Astros opening a 3-game set in Houston. A very presidential crowd. Bottom 1, they're loaded. Woody Williams induces Lance Berkman a ground into 2. It scores Craig Biggio, though. But it's the only run the Astros get in the first. Berkman, no home run after homering in the first 3 games. Injury trouble for the Cards. Woody Williams would leave after 2 with a left oblique strain. He's day-to-day. Bottom 4, it's 2-1 St. Louis. Gene Steckschulte comes in, and Steckschulte will face Darrell Ward with runners on 1st and 2nd. Fernando Vina, full extension. Saves a run. Top 6, Jim Edmonds. Off Dave Malicki, his first of the year. It's 4-1 St. Louis. Edmonds 5 for 10, 3 homers, 7 RBI career against Malicki. Bottom 8, Steve Klein facing Brad Ausmus. It is into right. They're going to wave Julio Lugo. J.D. Drew firing. Oh, strike.
Ooh, that's a kick to the man region, too.
Kick, save, and a beauty. Goes 5-hole there. Yeah, Cardinals win 5-1. Edmonds 3 for 4. Good work by the Cards bullpen after Williams left with the injury. 2 scoreless by Steckschulte. Dave Veers follows with 2 2/3 innings of shutout work. Malicki gave up 4 runs on 8 hits and 5. Undisclosed location, it's Arlington, Texas. The VP with the first pitch, Angels, Rangers, and Juan Gone back at the ballpark with Texas.
The right fielder, number 19, Juan Gonzalez.
And Gonzalez first at bat. Makes good. Singles to center. He would score later in the inning, giving the Rangers a 1-0 lead. Top 7, Troy Gloss. Bartender Joe Boo needs a refill. Takes Ismael Valdez deep. 2-run shot is first, but Valdez, an Angel last year, allowed just 5 hits in 8 innings in his Ranger debut. Bottom 9, Scott Schoenweiss gets A-Rod for the 3rd time in the game. Schoenweiss allowed just 5 hits in 8 1/3, and the Angels win 3-1. A-Rod off to a 1-for-18 start, still without an RBI. Rangers 1-4, their worst start since '91, and a lot of them are struggling. Carl Everett 2-for-15. Rookie Hank Blaylock 0-for-12 with 7 Ks since singling.
2 powers from the AL West hooking up early in Seattle. Bottom 1, Eric Hillius to Brett Boone, and Brett Boone has the lumberjack style, baby, extra wood. He takes Eric Hillius way out. His first 2-0 Mariners. 2 batters later, John Olerud trying to do the same thing from the other side of the plate, and he does. That's his first. 3-love Mariners. Top 2nd, same score, runner on first, nobody out. Miguel Tejada rips James Baldwin, but look at Boone. Desi Relaford, that's a beautiful double play. Bottom 3, still 3-0, 2 on, nobody out. Olerud pops Hillius to the left side, and Jeremy Jambi going to reach into the stands and has a shot at it, but he doesn't catch it. And you can see what happens. The fan makes the catch. That's not an out. Next pitch, runners go. And, well, that's not good. That's home field advantage. Boone scores, Olerud with a double. Olerud 3-for-4, a homer, a couple of doubles. James Baldwin, incidentally, an impressive Mariner debut. 7 innings, 5 hits, 6 Ks, 1 run, now 7-2 career against the A's. Eric Hillius stabbed with his first career loss. He is now 5-1. Out west, L.A. trying to win a baseball game. Eric Karros, a monumental blast off Sean Chacon. Maybe not monumental, but hey, it counts all the same. 3-0 Dodgers. Andy Ashby, his first start since April 12th of last year. Strikes out Ben Petrie. 4th inning. Runner on for Juan Uribe. Ashby starts the double play, helping himself out. Next batter, Larry Walker, and Larry, a conscientious objector. Doesn't swing. No hitter through 4. Bottom 4. Ashby with a bat. Beautiful little suicide squeeze brings Karros home under the tag. Ashby goes 7 innings. Like Derek Lowe, only 1 hit. Bases loaded. Sean Green, and Sean Green stings one down the line. 3 runs come in to score on the double. And the Dodgers, he said, win it 9-0. This after the Dodgers scored a grand total of 2 runs in their first 3 games. They finally awakened the slumbering lumber. They bat around in the 4th, played at 5 men. Cesar Izturis and Eric Karros both had 3 hits. Andy Ashby now 8-1 in his career at Chavez Ravine.
Coming into their afternoon game with San Diego, and before the game, Bonds given his record 4th MVP. Top 1, Kirk Reeder in a jam, bases loaded, facing Sean Burrows, deep to left, and Barry's on the run. Giants down to the inning. Bottom 1 now, Bonds facing off against Brett Tomko. Here we go. Wow is right. Tomko gave up just 4 hits in 7 innings. 1-1 in the 10th. Bonds on deck, and Rich Aurelia leads off against Steve Reed, who hits him. So now Bruce Bochy has to pitch to Barry. And Bruce is going to go with lefty Alan Embry. Get that lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Barry Bonds for Embry, and he fouls it off. Second pitch now, and Bonds hitting by the dock of the bay.
Bonds down the line, hits it well, look it up, it is out of here, we're going home!
You know, we come this close to hitting 2 again in the same game. Number 5 on the season. Take another look, and it just does clear the wall out there and right. The Giants win 3-1. Barry Bonds now with 5 home runs in the season's first 4 games. Lou Brock in 1967, the only other player in baseball history to accomplish that feat. Bonds now with 572 career homers, putting him a 1 shy of Harmon Killebrew for 6th on the all-time list. The walk-off homer, only the 6th of Bonds' career. He trails both Sammy Sosa and Jim Thome in that category. Both those guys have 8. Now, Barry can't keep this up all season long, can he?
I don't like to play extra innings. We ain't getting paid for overtime, so I'm really trying to get the hell out of here. It's exciting for us to get off to a great start, but, you know, anything can happen come tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. So, I mean, it's just basically trying to stay consistent and stay focused. So I don't really get too excited as I would be if, you know, we were 5 or 6 games up with 2 left to go in September.
Well, according to this, we should expect a few more dingers from Barry this weekend. In the past 2 seasons, Bonds has hit 12 home runs against San Diego pitching. There's a statue. Where's the Bob Coluccio statue? That's what I want to know. Bottom 5, Glendon Rush, 2-run shot off Helling. His first ever home run. Helling touched for 3 runs on 5 hits in 5. Top 7, Diamondbacks down at 5-0, and Luis Gonzalez goes yard. His first of the year, a solo shot makes it 5-1. But this was the Brew Crew's day. Top 8, Junior Spivey to deep right. Alex Ochoa on the move. All this in support of Rush, who allowed only 2 runs on 3 hits. Next up, Craig Counsell to short left. Jeff Jenkins sticks the landing. And the Brew Crew wins 6-2. Not a bad Milwaukee debut for Glendon Rush. He homers and throws a 3-hitter.
Walking into somebody else's clubhouse is a big deal. This is the friendly confines. They're trying to discourage people from Waveland from seeing in. It's a friendly confines. That's ridiculous. I'm angry today. Dave Williams pitching to Sammy Sosa. Sosa, now what do we have? Is it a home run? It comes back in play. Sosa says, give me a home run. Don Baylor comes out. Larry Young says, not a home run. Check the arrow. Ball hits the top of the fence and comes back. Wrigley ground rules, if it hits the top and bounces back into play, shouldn't be a home run. The umpires convene. It's a home run. His third, Cubs lead 1-0. The Pirates get a couple. Now in the bottom of the 8th, Mike Fetters. The ferocious stare and the splitter. And he sits down Sosa. The Pirates win it 2-1. Mike Williams came on to close it out. He was the 7th Pirate pitcher and has saved all 3 Bucco wins. Jack Wilson, who delivered the go-ahead RBI, beating out an infield grounder, said, I think Sosa's homer fueled us. Everybody was pretty upset. That home run, incidentally, is 453rd. He's now in 24th all time. Wild bottom of the night in Cincinnati. Aaron Boone, grounder to Orlando Cabrera. Can't make the play. Junior comes in to score. It's 8-5. It was 8-1 start of the inning. 8-1. Still in the 9th. Runners on the corners. Jason LaRue, Chris Truby. And Truby to nobody in particular. Sean Casey scores 8-6. And you got Matt Hergis on facing Kelly Stinnett. Stinnett going to chop it. Brian Schneider makes one phenomenal play, picks it up and tags out Adam Dunn trying to score. We got 2 away. Hergis, Brady Clark. Clark with a single. Jason LaRue comes in. It's 8-7. I'm going to remind you, it started 8-1. Next batter, Graham Lloyd. Oh, that's just unhittable. Todd Walker doesn't even swing at it. Expos hold on. They made it interesting. The Spos pounded out 12 hits. Jose Vidro had 3 of them, also scored twice. White Sox were 14-5 against the Royals a year ago. And bottom 2, bases loaded, Raul Ibanez. He doubles down the line. Mike Sweeney, Michael Tucker come in. It's 2-0 Royals. They're looking to get off to a better start this year against these shy Sox. Bottom 3 tied at 2, 1 out. Runner on second. Mike Sweeney. Did he get it? Did he get it? Yes, he did. Sweeney's 100th career home run. Top 9, 5-2. 2 out. Runners on first and second. Ray Durham, a liner to first. Sweeney makes the play to end the game. KC gets in the win column for the first time while Chicago has dropped 3 in a row. These Sox out-hit KC 10-6, but also had 4 errors to the Royals 1. Sweeney and Ibanez both played at 2 men to back up Paul Bird, who gave up 2 runs in 6 innings. Now, across the street from Comerica Park, parishioners at St. John's Episcopal Church out to pray for the Tigers.
We have a lot of confidence in them, and they need a little practice, and they're going to do all right this year.
My father's a Baptist minister, and I've got to call him on the carpet. He hasn't done much for us in the last couple of days, so maybe the good Presbyterian folks over here can help out.
Well, the Tigers do have one blessing, and that's Ernie Harwell, retiring after the 2002 season, a standing O, and he watches this, the first pitch of the game, from Mark Redmond to Matt Lawton. This just in, God is out to lunch. The prayers are falling on deaf ears. Top second, still 1-0. Bases loaded for Eddie Perez. God's still not at home. Jose Macias misjudges it. Ricky Gutierrez, Will Cordero, Milton Bradley. Oh, they all come scurrying home. It's 4-0 Cleveland. Bottom 5, Cleveland starter Danny Baez. To Bobby Higginson, high heat. Baez, who was a reliever, gets his first start, and in the snow, crowd of 41,000, which is a record, they go home unhappy. In the offseason, Matt Lawton said he hoped to end up in Detroit. Said just something about the atmosphere here. The first time Lawton saw Phil Garner, the Tigers skipper, in spring training, he asked, what happened? Garner said, I tried. It didn't work out. The same thing can now be said of the Tigers, off to their worst start since 1990.